Hey guys, I'm going to go over today's lesson for you for those of you that are not here in class today or perhaps weren't paying attention. So today we went over page 24 in our workbooks. That's page 24. Looks like this. And we are going to practice using our legal moves to solve an equation. And then also we're going to practice using substitution to check our answers. Okay, so remember when I have these tiles in black and white, the shaded ones are positive and the white ones are negative. So in this problem, I actually don't have any negatives. All right, so to write my original equation, I'm going to start over here on the left in the positive world. So I see that I have 4x's plus 1. So I have 4x plus 1. Now I'm going to go down to the negative world, and to show that I'm going down here, I'm going to do a negative and a parentheses. Okay, and then down here, I have 6. And that is my left side of the equation map. Now I will go ahead and do the right. So I don't have anything in the negative world here. Everything's up in the positive world. And I have 2x plus 3. All right, so that is my original equation. Now my first step is going to be to flip. All right, so that just means moving these up to the positive world. And remember, when I do that, I'm physically flipping them over, if I had my actual tiles, which would turn them from positive to negative. Okay, so now instead of having 6 positives right here, I'm going to have a minus 6. So essentially, I'm just taking off the parentheses for this one. So I have 4x plus 1 minus 6. And then there's nothing to flip on the right side. So I have 2x plus 3. Okay, my next legal move is 0 pairs, which remember is just like combining like terms. So I'm going to combine that positive 1 and negative 6 to get 4x minus 5. All right, and I have no 0 pairs on the right. Okay, next I'm going to do matching sets. And remember, matching sets need to be on both sides of the equal sign. I need to have the same tiles, so to speak, on both sides. So I see that I have x's on both sides. So I ask myself, what is the most amount of x's that I can take away from both sides? Because remember, I got to be able to keep it balanced. So the most that I could take away would be 2x, because then I wouldn't have any left on the right. So now I'm going to have 4x minus 5. Oh, nope, that was wrong. 2x, sorry. Took away 2x. So this is going to be 2x minus 5. That's a really bad 2, but that's okay. That's a 2, I promise. So 2x minus 5, and that's going to be equal to, notice how these 2x's go away. So that's just going to be equal to 3. All right, now I need to do matching sets again to get rid of those 1s. All right, so remember, I need to get rid of this negative 5 over here. So I'm going to add 5 positives to both sides. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So now on the right, or I'm sorry, on the left, I just have 2x. And on the right, I now have 8 because I had to add those positive 5 to both sides. All right, now remember, we're thinking about this like 2 people and 8 cookies, and I need to figure out how many each person gets, right? So I'm going to split those cookies into 2 even groups, and whatever I do on the left, whatever I do on the right, I have to do on the left. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so now I just have x is equal to 8 divided by 2 is 4. All right, and there's my answer. All right, now this next part asks me to check whether my solution is correct or not. We can't just say, well, I did the steps the way I was supposed to be, supposed to do it, so it has to be correct. Instead, we have to do some substitution to double check that our answer is correct. And if you guys remember, we've done this a little bit already with solving equations back before break. Okay, so I'm going to place this 4 in for x in my original equation up here. Okay, if my answer is correct, then I should get both sides equal to each other, right? That's why they're equal. Okay, so I'm going to substitute that 4 anywhere I see an x in my original equation. So I have 4 times 4 plus 1 minus 6, and that's equal to 2 times 4 plus 3. Okay, so I just took this equation up here. I had to flip anyways, regardless of whether I substituted for x. So I just went ahead and used this one after flipping and just put my 4 wherever I see an x. So this became 4 times 4, and this became 2 times 4. All right, so now 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 makes 17, minus 6 makes 11. On the right, I have 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 3 gives me 11. All right, 11 equals 11. Is that a true statement? Yes. Oh, that's a check mark, which means that my answer was correct. Okay, that means that my answer of x equals 4 was correct. And we'll explain exactly what that means when we get down to the bottom of this page. All right, so part B says Mr. Rushes too much solved the same equation and got x equals 6. Okay, so he got a different answer than us. So how can we check if his solution is correct? Well, we can do the same thing that we did up here with the answer that we got. Okay, so instead of substituting x for 4, I'm going to substitute x for 6. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 times 6 plus 1 minus 6. And I'm going to see if that is equal to 2 times 6 plus 3. Okay, so 4 times 6 plus 1 minus 6. And is that equal to 2 times 6 plus 3? All right, now on the left, I have 4 times 6, which is 24, plus 1 is 25, minus 6 gives me 19. Sorry, guys, excuse the phone. I'll answer it in a minute. And that's equal to 2 times 12, 2 times 6, which is 12, plus 3. So I have 24, 25, I have 19. And is that equal to 15? No, which means that his solution of x equals 6 is not correct. All right, and I'll go ahead and make a separate video for this bottom part because I got to call that person back. So for 371, I'll go ahead and make this in a separate video, so just look out for that one.